Hi there, and welcome back to the Message Marketing Pod. I'm your host, Christopher Melotti from Melotti Media, and this is episode 131, the Copywriter-AI sandwich model, the ideal approach to optimizing AI for content creation. So it's a hot topic, so definitely listen to this one. All right, so let's go. Did you know that AI, or the AI market, is projected to reach 400 billion globally, worldwide, by 2027. It shouldn't come as a surprise when you consider the pivotal role that AI plays today. AI has seamlessly integrated itself into an ever-increasing number of businesses. Serving as a co-pilot, AI promises to steer businesses towards the path of ultimate success by facilitating innovation, improving efficiency, and reducing costs. Now, that's all the byline, the marketing great shine line, right? But you have to make sure that you use it well in order to get great results. So as AI accelerates, marketing progresses, but it may be tempting for businesses to skip some crucial steps, which can lead to big problems with AI. So let's talk about why. There's 2 points. Due to AI, businesses might be inclined to forego quality checks and human oversight. So this is, I'm seeing as a marketing consultant, I'm seeing this a bit. Instead of thoroughly discussing project briefs and collaborating with teams for edits, businesses are a little bit tending to solely rely on content generated by AI. Now, it's not every business, of course, but I'm starting to see a lot of this. And the problem, unfortunately, this approach doesn't often result in marketing content that is accurate, relevant, and aligned with your brand. And we'll get to that why later. Number 2, limitations here. When a business fully embraces AI for content generation, but fails to incorporate a unique brand identity, then marketing campaigns may start to appear generic to the audience. So the problem with this is that your markets out there now are becoming oversaturated with content produced by AI-based language models like ChatGPT and other automated copywriting platforms. So it has actually become increasingly challenging for businesses to stand out and capture customers' attention. You see, without adding a personal touch and a distinct brand character to your content, your target audience may find it difficult to recognize and trust your business. So, of course, I definitely cannot deny that AI brings remarkable efficiency and convenience to marketing. But nevertheless, it is still essential for you to strike a balance. Because in the end, AI alone cannot help your brand rise above the noise and create a lasting impact. Because in the end, marketing needs AI as a tool, not a replacement. And this is really, really important to remember. I mean, I'm a professional copywriter of over 2 decades, and I have seen some great and I have seen some very mediocre. And so I'm going to show you in this podcast, or explain in this podcast, this concept of the human AI copywriting sandwich, because it will help you get better results out of it. Now, it does not eliminate the humanity in this process, but it's really important to make sure that there is a balance. And coincidentally and paradoxically, the biggest weakness in AI use in marketing is actually not the AI at all. It's the human before and after. But it can also be the greatest strength before and after. So let's get down to it. How can businesses optimize the use of AI to craft compelling, engaging, and effective marketing content that resonates with their target audience? In other words, how do you harness AI's full potential to remain relevant in today's competitive landscape? Well, let me explain. So, in order to get past the limitations of AI in marketing and content writing, which are a lack of human touch, inconsistencies in quality and accuracy, hallucinations, disconnecting messaging from your branding, and more, we can overcome a lot of these through a technique that I have adopted at Melotti Media. So if you want to get the best AI content results, and by that I mean, 1, not having to skip crucial steps that may lead to content becoming devalued, communicating marketing information in a way that matches your brand, 3, building genuine connections with your audience, 4, distinguishing your brand from competitors, and 5, getting or earning conversions that contribute to business goals. So, I mean, they are the best AI content results. Then you need to do what I call the copywriting AI sandwich, right? And it's the perfect blend of AI and humans for marketing. So, what is that? Well, the Melotti Media's copywriting AI sandwich, or copywriter human AI sandwich model, emphasizes the importance of humans and AI working together to accomplish excellent results in content creation and marketing. It combines the efficiency and speed of AI tools like ChatGPT in generating content with the creativity, nuance, and emotional intelligence, as well as human oversight that marketing copywriters bring to the table. So this model, picture an image of a sandwich. Now, you've got the human copywriter at the start, which is the piece of bread, and then you've got the AI generated content, which is the filling, and then you've got the human copywriter at the end, which is the editor, the other piece of bread. So the first layer of bread represents the initial involvement of an experienced human copywriter or marketer in providing educated inputs and strategic instructions to AI. Now, this is the first opportunity/challenge. The biggest problem with AI when it produces generic information is not the AI's fault, it's the prompting fault. Now, people have been talking about prompting engineering, I'm hearing it countlessly, right? But there's multiple layers of complexity when it comes to getting the best prompts. You see, the way I think about it is AI is like this big brand sitting on the entire human library, right, of ever existed. So you as the prompter need to act like, quote unquote, an archaeologist or like a librarian to find the right piece of content. So what you need to do is prompt effectively and efficiently by giving it lots of really specific instructions. The more strict and the more specific, the better. Sometimes some of my prompts are over 300 words, right? And that's why a human copywriter comes into play here, because if the marketer or the copywriter can really articulate to ChatGPT the right direction and include all of the right points, like where to look, what to do, what's the outcome, etc., then you can really get a good lot of output from the AI. So that brings us to the middle, the number 2, which is the filling, symbolizes AI, the content it generators. Now, the thing is that AI will produce heaps and heaps of content as per your instructions in seconds. And so for people, we often look at it and go, that's the silver bullet. Amazing. I've got all the content I needed in seconds. But it all depends on how strong your prompt is. But then comes the third layer, which is the role of an experienced human copywriter or marketer on reviewing and polishing the content produced by AI. Now, it's really, this last challenge/opportunity is also just as important, because if you are not a good, strict editor, you will also risk all of the problems with AI. For example, it hallucinating, it making assumptions, it taking topics to the wrong area. I've seen AI blogs and articles that have completely gone haywire, and it's not just a little bit of an inconvenience, it's taken the topic and got into weird, strange areas. And I've also seen a lot of brands publish that content without reviewing it. And as a result, that content goes into the universe and it's detrimental to your brand. So you have to work out, and editing is so complex, right? Editing, which is that third and final barrier, is not just spelling and grammar, which it does well, really. AI does really well. The problem is making sure that the advanced techniques are done. For instance, tone of voice and making sure that the flow is engaging, right? It takes a human to work out what a human will enjoy reading. And an AI is particularly weak at flow, right? So you need to determine, am I bored by this time? What do I do about it? So AI is terrible at this because it doesn't understand human emotion, which includes human boredom. So you have to make sure that as a human, you're looking through and saying, I'm bored by this point, I need something more exciting. Or this chapter or this paragraph does not make sense with the rest of the item. Now, unfortunately, the problem is that while AI generated what you wanted in seconds, it often takes 4 to 5 hours to edit it to make it something well. Now, you might be thinking, well, I don't care. I can just put it straight up, and fine, that's no problem. But that's where you're getting into the vanilla, boring, disjointed environment of AI. And the issue is think about it this way. Your customers are getting bombarded by all of your competitors using AI just like you. So people are getting more and more and more resistant to generic, right? It doesn't matter if it's AI or written by a human. People are getting more and more resistant to AI. Look at LinkedIn. If you just look on LinkedIn, so many people are accusing others of using AI, and it's actually detrimental to your brand. It's sort of, people are saying, oh, wow, you're really lazy. You couldn't even do it yourself, right? Now, I'm not saying don't use AI, but I'm saying make sure that you have the human before and the human after, and those humans need to be really strong. So the example I often give is, think about a school student that uses AI to write their exams or their essays and things. The problem that they have is not AI. The problem they have is they don't have the nuanced expertise to look at the output and determine if it's good enough, because they aren't at that level. And so this is where teachers call them out on their use of AI, because the results that it produces are far different to what a student's level would be. Similarly, in business, if you are not a good editor and you cannot edit the content that it produces and make sure that you're correcting for biases and problems problems and hallucinations and so forth, then you're going to struggle with AI. So I'm not trying to tell you to turn you off. It's just make sure that you are looking at these before and afters so that you can nail how to get AI to work for you. Okay, so to recap, step 1, it's tapping into the expertise of an experienced marketing copywriter to craft effective AI prompts that cover things like who's my target audience, determining appropriate messaging approach, flow, etc. Then you get the AI to go, which is just an enter key, right? So enter and it produces things. Then it's about the most important point. Step 3 is polishing AI generated text with the perspective of a human copywriter who knows what has to be looked at. Okay, so it's like you need to look at what is happening, what it's produced, and is it relevant to you? Okay, because you have to inject your human temperament, emotions, nuances, and ability to understand the context to fine tune that output. Okay, so that is what we're trying to do here, and that's what businesses and marketers need to do going forward if you want to use AI correctly. So I hope that this has helped. So with the AI copywriting sandwich model, it's important to craft that engaging, effective contribution of content, and you need humans to balance the AI out. So I hope this has been useful. This is episode 131 of the Message Marketing Pod. I'm your host, Christopher Melotti from Melotti Media, and if you need help mastering AI and mastering that content, then contact us at Melotti Media. We would love to help you. So it's melottimedia.com.au. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe to the Message Marketing Pod, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much.